Hello, darlings. Maria West here with episode 341 of Love, Truth, and Beauty. And today I have a really special guest, this wonderful soul brother of mine, Sethikus Boza, who is also on One Great Work Network. Sethikus, welcome. So great to have you.
It's awesome to be on with you, Maria.
Thanks so much for being here. Yeah. So let's just get to it. Let's talk about your journey, because I know that my viewers will find you not just compelling, but will find you to be the real deal masculine. One of the things I really appreciate about you is your work is, it's cosmic and it's grounding at the same time. So as above, so below, from within, so without. And I really appreciate that. So I want to hear about your journey, because I think there needs to be more of us, especially those of us who are really on the front lines of teaching this work. People need real life examples of people like you and I who burned in the fires of truth. Yeah. And what that means and the cost.
Absolutely. I could say that my quest for truth started at an extremely early age. And it was clear to me that there was something very fucking wrong with the world when I was a boy. And in terms of my actual disposition, my templating, there's nothing you can get past my template. I can see right the fuck through all this fucking bullshit. I do operate from an uncompromised template, meaning my templating cannot be compromised in terms of not only who I am, but the lineage I incarnated. And of course, it's been pressed up a lot of crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And early on, it was very open-ended as far as how I allowed myself to explore. I was always in the library when I was a kid and looking up books on the gods, aliens, UFOs, all of this, weird shit. And I was even that quote unquote, weird kid. And when all of my other peers started discovering the literature and the things that I was looking up, they became very intrigued as well. So that's really where it started. And a lot of the stuff I actually looked into when I was in kindergarten had to do with Kemet specifically. It was as if my soul code signature frequency of consciousness was looking for clues to remind myself of the mission, the purpose, who I am, and all this different kind of stuff. So it started very, very early. On the other end of things, though, I did have religion shoved down my fucking throat, and going to church at a very, very early age. I also saw how compromised it was. I'll tell you a story. It's very interesting. I was in Sunday school, and the Sunday school teacher started speaking about Noah's Ark. And for whatever fucking reason, I remember blurting out in the middle of the class, that's not right, or that's bullshit, right?
Right on.
And without a split second notice, the next thing I know, the Sunday school teacher blazes across the room, picks me up by the cuff of my goddamn fucking shirt.
Holy shit.
Okay. Drags me out of the fucking classroom, throws me out into the fucking hall, and says, never come back to my class ever again.
Whoa.
So the contrast started at a very early age. And I remember one of the assignments of another, Sunday school teacher at the time was to draw what you see in church on a piece of paper. And I drew the fucking devil on that motherfucker.
Wow.
And once the teacher found out what I drew, I got into trouble with that. My parents, and then there was like a meeting and all this fucking bullshit. And they're just like, what the heck's your problem? And I said, you know, you wanted us to draw what it is that I saw, and that's what the fuck I saw.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I do. I really do.
and I didn't know the depths of the history and all of the things that have happened throughout the course of these timelines that have torn us away from our roots as people. And this is one of the main things, as far as I'm concerned, that we need to get back to is the pre-Adamite animist traditions in terms of who the fuck we are. Because with
Yes.
the agendas that are being implemented now, World Economic Forum, BlackRock, all this fucking shit that we see going on, is to further corrupt the genome and tear us even further away from our roots and right on down to the body politic with the transgender agenda.
Right.
It's insane fucking
Oh,
bullshit.
they're banking on it. They're banking on every zombie within the matrix to remain in their sleeping state.
Right.
So this is why your work, my work, the shadow work is so important at this time. I mean, we are in a literal war, and people
Right.
just kind of act as if, oh, la-di-da-di-da-di-da, I'm just watching
Well, what
my
people
show.
need to understand about the war, it's not as simple as there's, you know, the standing army, you know, grab your sword and
Right.
shields. This is a psychic war.
Yes, it is a
And it's
war for
also
consciousness.
right, and it's also a war of attrition that is designed to wear you the fuck thin to the point where you just end up consenting or your life is fucking threatened, like millions of people's lives were in 2020 when they
Right.
decided that they were going to promulgate to the entire fucking world to shut it the fuck down. That's what people consented to. So
Yeah.
it's not the motherfuckers giving the orders, it's the ones
Who
that
take it?
are going with the agendas and
Yes.
consenting to them
Without
that are
question.
part of the
Yeah.
ultimate evil in context.
Without question. And already, as you're sharing, being in kindergarten, you can't even have a dissenting opinion or a difference in opinion. You can't even, they asked you to draw what you saw, and they still made you wrong.
Right.
It's just utterly
Well,
fucked up.
I don't honestly think they expected that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yeah,
But you don't know
yeah.
who the fuck you're fucking with. You don't know who's on the earth.
Right, right. So
And
did your
so
parents
yeah.
really encourage you to tell it like it is?
Well, it was like that with my father. My father definitely taught me how to, you know, think for myself, find out for myself in terms of things. There was never any sort of forced inquisition as far as any belief system with him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and my father served in the military. He went to fucking Vietnam, and I was ironically also a sergeant in the police force for over 25 years. So I grew up around that whole fucking thing too.
Wow.
And so I got a very eclectic background as far as seeing very extreme situations that all of us in network know are compromised on the
Right.
level. And even back then, I knew it was fucking compromised. I knew these fucking pigs were pieces of fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Did he
saying?
know they were compromised?
And in the end, they betrayed my father in terms of his position. And they'll do it to their fucking own, just like the
Yeah, they
fucking
will. They eat their
just like
own.
the dark ones
Absolutely.
operate. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
he more of operated from a place of being a peace officer. He did a lot in terms of the community. He actually built a park, you know, where you know, back where I grew up, and did a lot of stuff that was very good. But I know that he was in fucking shootouts, that he saw a lot of crazy fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to
Yeah.
negate the fact that there are criminals in this fucking world, but to operate from a place of sovereignty and the right to bear arms and all that kind of stuff, you know,
Yeah.
everything in terms of one great work network and what the fuck we stand for. I
Yeah.
stand for everything 100% in terms, despite my background, despite my fucking experiences, knowing the difference. And so the path to freedom and context and sovereignty is the fucking key. But you're not gonna reach that level until you come to know thyself.
Exactly. Exactly. And there is a cost to that. I know that for myself in elementary school and junior high, just having a different point of view and looking at things in a very different way. You know, like the kids around my time, they were all into the sort of teen magazines. You know, I was reading the Gulag Archipelago. You know, it's like, how do you, that contrasting diverseness of your experience versus the experience of, say, the status quo teenager of your time. How did that work for you? I mean, what were your friends like?
What were my friends like? Well, we grew up playing Fight Club pretty much every fucking day.
Okay. Yeah.
I was thrown into the arena of competition at a very early age, and so I grew up playing in the forest, actually, and until video games started coming out like Nintendo and all that shit, we were outside and we would, we were fucking ruffians. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So, but yeah, I grew up pretty much playing in the forest 24/7 for about over a fucking decade. And ironically, my name Boza means keepers of the sacred tree. So,
That's
correlations to templating and the contrast in light of everything, it was all present with me from the time I fucking incarnated. So there's a lot of things I can get into as far as
that's
what
awesome.
my journey has been to truth. Things in terms of challenges, the inspirations, the sacrifices that I've made. And
yeah, let's hear those. I'm
the
really
main
interested in
the
those.
main factor that's I shouldn't say factor. The main point in terms of the equation for me was my actual shamanic initiation that took place around the year 2000. And I spoke about this many times on the platform, but I went through a very, very real shamanic initiation to the point where I literally went mentally fucking insane for about 2 fucking years because of all of the things that were a part of this mission, the templating that I embody within my politic and context on a multidimensional level. It was time. And one of the first things in terms of mission is that we cleanse and purge the bloodlines that we incarnate into. And I've been able to track my bloodlines, and this is going back hundreds of thousands of years. And I hail shamanic lineage and context. Now, not everybody else in my family necessarily knows this about our lineage, but it all basically landed on me within the womb of my mother, and when I incarnated at a very early age. So
yeah, that is really a good point to bring up.
Yeah. And I was always drawn to the mysteries. I was always drawn to magic and, the vein of the dark occult and all of these different things. I did explore that track when I was young as well. And so, the challenges and context that come up with a lot of people that want to get into the occult, they want to get into magic and all this different kind of stuff. They need to realize that the dark occult is a very, very small sliver of what the fuck is really going on. Again, like I've said, even in the last interview that I had with Amanda, we need to get a 360-degree view.
Yeah, we do.
What is really going on? Otherwise, you fall into various situations where triangulation, manifesting. When one person sees a 6, the other person sees a fucking 9, and then you go to fucking war over ideologies and skewed perceptions and misrepresentation and miscommunication. And the language barrier factor with people all across the world. I mean, we're communicating with people all across the fucking world. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we are. And language, in my opinion, because I had to learn English, it was not my first language, but I just feel like language in general, if we would get back to our true roots, where we wouldn't have a spoken language, it would just be very clear what we were communicating. There would be no misunderstandings.
Right. And that's why context in terms of quantum grammar and syntax need to be known. You can't expect to navigate, let alone communicate effectively, unless you go into the spheres of higher learning, and definitely diving into the secrets of the universe and
Agreed.
universal laws of metaphysics and how things actually work if you're going to have a fucking chance in this realm. Because all of these arts and sciences, all of these things, including cosmic law, are used against us on a daily basis. They know it's all part of the state of fucking mind.
Yeah, because most people don't fucking know it, and they don't fucking care to know it. They think it's all bullshit. My friends look at me like I'm, you know, insane. And it's like, okay, I'm down with that. I don't care. You know, it's like, stay where you are. And so, so the people that are really drawn to you, that drawn to me, drawn to this work, are the ones who I feel at a very young age knew something was way the fuck off.
Yeah, and when it comes down to it, we don't get to decide. We don't get to decide who the fuck that is. This isn't some forced inquisition. This isn't something that we're going out of our way to even necessarily convince people that they need to fucking know this shit.
Yes.
And as far as my challenges go, I was in bands for many, many years, for over 20 years before I started Black Earth Productions. And one of my main goals was to put the concepts of what was being revealed to me into lyrical content, even to the point where, you know, certain CEOs of record labels in the death metal scene told me that I was too controversial. And this is the fucking goddamn death metal scene.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
And
wow.
Even the way I conducted myself on stage and the way that I would perform and express myself, it was full the fuck on. And people think I'm terrifying in terms of Black Earth Productions. You have no fucking idea what I'm capable of with my gold.
Yeah.
And then how I can evoke this power that's there within my fucking core.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. So there were gatekeepers in the death metal scene.
Of course there's fucking gatekeepers, man.
I know. They're fucking everywhere.
And so their whole fucking thing was, you need to tone it down. You can't do this, this, and that. And I told them to go fuck themselves. And you know, and my project at the fucking time, it was over 2 days later. I was done. And after that, after about a year of, you know, mulling over certain things, because that's what I really wanted to do with my life. That's when I decided to start the platform in terms of Black Earth Productions. And really quick, if people want to know what Black Earth Productions means in context, this goes back to the Black land. This goes back to the Black land in reference to Kemet when it comes to the occult, the magic, the mysteries, the secrets of the universe, and how things actually work. It's nothing to do with the blackness of fucking evil in context. See?
Yeah, isn't that interesting? Because that's where most
language, it's language and perception that is a cause point for skewed misrepresentation and miscommunication.
Yes.
And that's one of the main things, another challenge that I definitely came up against in network when I decided to come back on, and you know, the interview started, and this is when I started the mystery school. Well, how unbelievably fucking, how do you say, compromised people were holding a position or an assumption that they know what the fuck is going on. And as far as I'm concerned, from my observation, people still don't fucking get it.
No, they don't. They fucking don't.
They do not know what the viable, proper knowledge and wisdom is that we need to be focused on, having an actual path work for our lives and holding the alignment of who the fuck we are and our destiny in the earth in the face of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It starts with yourself. It starts with your fucking self, and you have to get that right. You got to get it aligned. People go, well, if there's no right or wrong, I want to slap a bitch when I hear that fucking shit, because it's like, what do you mean there's no right and wrong?
No, I assure you that the ultimate good and the ultimate evil exist. And there's no balance to that equation either. There's no balance to that equation either. Like,
no, there is not.
Somehow allow evil to run amok in the world for there to be balance in the fucking universe. Yes, we all hold the aspects of darkness and light. That's ignorance versus knowledge and wisdom. And we're all ignorant on certain fucking levels. And and we also know things on certain fucking levels, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when one positions themselves to become the eternal student, and this is what I encourage all of my initiates to do, you position yourself to potentially have all things revealed to you systematically as you progress in terms of personal path work. And so, as I've said, I'm 1,000 steps ahead of this fucking game and all this bullshit that not only I warned about was going to happen before what hit in 2020, it's going to play itself the fuck out.
Yeah.
It has to play itself the fuck out. And right now, we're still in a major, major, major time of healing to remember not only what has happened, but like I said, getting back to the actual fucking truth and the arts and sciences that reveal and allow us to discover who the fuck we actually are.
Yeah.
As individuals here on Earth.
Yeah.
And that's what they don't want us to fucking know. They don't care if we know about them. As far as I'm concerned, in fact, it reinforces the issue because now you give all your focus and your energy to that. Yeah, be aware of it. We need to be fucking aware of all of this crazy shit.
You can't focus in on their shit.
Right.
And it's so funny because people just don't get that. Like I notice people on even the folks on some of the folks on One Great Work Network. I mean, some people are they're just fucking clueless to me. I'm like, what? You can't focus in on it. You have to focus in on getting your ass straight.
Yeah.
And on all layers, all facets of your life has got to align.
Right. And as far as the mystery school I've created, the 5 areas that I teach people we need to be mastering on levels even beyond where we're at now, even you and I, is first the physical, it's the mental and emotional capacities in terms of true intelligence, it's the mastery of the temporal existence. It's not to negate your physicality or this realm we are here. And as far as
we're here.
As far as I'm concerned, we are in the highest realm we could possibly be in. Why? Because all worlds and universes are converging here in Midgard.
Exactly.
We fucking stand on ground level, making the earth our altar.
Yeah.
We are meant to anchor in the higher where we fucking stand, not going to spiritual escapist fucking bullshit.
I hear you. We got to go to Earth too. That's where we're going. I get this all the time from some of the New Agers, and I'm just like,
I know.
Oh, boy. Okay. You know, in the meantime, their bodies are all going to shit.
Right.
Because they're not here. They're somewhere else.
Right.
It's like delaying
and that's what all of those,
right.
And that's what all of those teachings are designed to do, is to get people to compromise and fall into all of these net traps and snares that have been set up by the dark ones in context to also play the currents of the false cold light.
Yes, they do.
That's how triangulation fucking operates. You see it play out in fucking politics and religion.
Yeah.
There is
and the war of the sexes. The war of the sexes.
There is
Gynocracy that we're fucking in, that's running all of this shit. Like the women want to lynch me when I say that kind of stuff because they can't believe what's coming out of my mouth.
Who fucking cares?
I know. I've been here for a long time.
Do you think that truth itself gives a fuck what we fucking think or feel?
No, it does not.
It doesn't
care. It's not going to make it flowery.
And it's going to cut right to the core of any circumstance, any particular situation.
Yeah.
And this is where people really, really, really need to start leveling the fuck up and truly become spiritually fucking mature. You think you know, you still don't fucking know. I often say this. Mark says this as well because he's fucking right.
Yeah.
You can't even get it at the level of fucking basic fundamentals and principles. And then you think you want to get, and then you think you're in the position to get into advanced material, let alone the true universal tree of life, which I'm here to reinstitute into the world again, that overrides all of their fucking bullshit systems of fucking magic.
Yeah.
You can't even tell me how your thought and emotion operate. You can't even
master this motherfucker. They don't understand that heart, mind, body, soul coordination. They don't get it. What the fuck is that? You know, because they're not choosing intentionally and with full-on awareness and consciousness to incarnate in this life, in their body right now. I mean, that is just like, I'll do it later. I'll do it after I retire.
Or they've been conditioned to assume that this life doesn't matter and it's going to happen on the other side.
Oh yeah, the other side.
So they end up sacrificing their entire lives to be slaves for these institutions. Okay.
Yeah.
And it is to make a declaration. There is no satanic church outside of Christianity. That's what people don't fucking get. It's a triangulation.
That's a great point. Yeah.
It's all triangulated bullshit that gets you caught in the fucking wheel in context to the Ouroboros.
Yeah.
The lockdown equation, mathematical reversal technologies in terms of the 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 to Metatron. That is what we are up against. The true enemy of mankind is the Watchers. Take it back to the Sparta, for in terms of what the mythos of my ancestors warns mankind against, and has warned the aeons against all of this shit. And in terms of the prophecy that I'm bringing forth and am here to hail via the White Dragon prophecy, there's two main timelines that are playing out right now. The original timeline trajectory, and then you have the AI parallel Earth timeline trajectory. And people are going to go with that. Not everybody's going to fucking make it. But anyone listening right now, you have the sovereign will to make the fucking decision otherwise for yourself. And what people need to recognize is that they are all you are all responsible for your own fucking condition. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and also temporally speaking.
Yes.
Mastery of the temporal existence.
Yeah.
All of us in network need to be getting leverage in every fucking goddamn area on the level. Otherwise, it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to come together.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just posing, as far as I'm concerned. You're just pretending.
Your life needs to become an example to others.
Yeah. Yeah. Hear, hear.
And if you're struggling in certain areas, then you need to shut the fuck up and go work on yourself and rise the fuck up in these areas and contexts. You know,
hear. Yeah, absolutely.
And so, you know, accountability is also very important. Communication, right? Communication, not fucking lying, being fucking straight and direct in terms of our correspondence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you started this way long time ago now. What the fuck is your secret, Maria?
My secret is
no. Hold on. What the fuck is your actual secret? Is it because you are the birch goddess?
I am the birch goddess. I mean, that was an amazing reading. I got to tell you, kids out there, you have to study with Sethicus. You really, really, really do. I'm actually leaning toward requiring my new practitioners to study with you first.
Really?
Honestly, because you know, because you talk the same language as I talk. And I think back to our reading last month, and it was just...
That was fucking mind-blowing shit.
It was really fucking...
That blew my fucking mind. No, you don't understand. I've never done a rune reading like I did for you. Yeah. That formula that was revealed blew my fucking mind.
And it encapsulates my life, my lineages, my work, just being here for the almost 6.5 decades that I have been alive in this incarnation. It's like, holy fuck, you know, and it's fucking awesome. But the secret is, as you were saying, I am very straightforward. I'm very direct. I get people telling me, can you just like tone that down? Could you can you just put rose water on that? Fuck off. You know, I can't do it. It feels like death to me. When somebody tells me, can you word that a different way? No, I can't, because it feels like I'm lying. And I don't want to lie to people. I'm just, you know, really, really straight up. This shit is not easy work. And you are going to be held accountable for your bullshit. The things that you're up to, and especially the things that you are not up to, because the shit that you're not up to it's got consequences, and you're not going to like them. They're going to suck. But that's the way it really, really is. That's the way it is when you do this work and you're living truth from every moment that you are conscious. It's a responsibility. And that's what I want to teach people. I want to teach people self-responsibility. You learn a certain set of tools and then you go right at it. And guess what? You're not going to get through it unscathed. It's not love and light. You know, I mean, you talk about words that have a really twisted contextual thing. The matriarchy is one of them, because you know, the illusion of the love and light, abundance, matriarchy, and priest.
Yeah, all that new age God is fucking
bullshit. Oh God, I want to fucking scream. And then when I get in their faces and I tell them, look, okay, it wasn't like that. It wasn't a community, a society of love and light and abundance only. No, we were vicious, bloodthirsty, angry, ferocious bitches that would clear a forest and everything alive like that. Right. And when I tell that to people, they're looking at me going, you're fucking psycho. No, actually, I'm not. You're the psycho because you're not even looking into it.
It seems that womankind has a lot to fucking learn still.
And they have a lot to answer for.
Right. And this is specific.
Yeah.
It's not,
it really is,
the entire species of womankind. It's specific individuals. Yes. And this goes back to what I just said. All of us are responsible for our own condition, and all of us are going to be held accountable in terms of what we choose to take action on. Yeah. In the world. Yeah. Cosmic law, there's no bypassing cosmic law.
No, there's not.
May be able to delay the consequences in terms of cause and effect, but eventually it's going to snack back around and fucking catch your fucking ass.
Maybe and here it is.
Maybe at a fucking point where you don't see it fucking coming. You never know. It could happen quicker or later in life. You just never fucking know. Yeah. But integrity, honor, all of these, you know, virtues that we need to operate with as men and women in the world, and embodying as women the true beauty of the kindness and the nurture and what the womb gate actually fucking represents. Uncompromised, unparasitized, not giving birth to fucking evil, and consenting also to the ultimate fucking evil, and then busting your fucking men's balls.
Right. It's always confused me. That whole
in context.
Yeah.
Okay. Busting fucking men's balls. Otherwise, that say this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Men like myself and others.
I feel you. I've been watching.
In terms of my actual template, the blue flame in context is here to remind women being in the position of the divine masculine. Because I fucking remember clearly what happened in ancient times in terms of my codes.
Yeah. And it's good that we remember. It's good that we remember.
Because all of it, right. Because all of it in terms of the procession of the grand cycle is back up for review again, and that's why it's all flying the fuck out all at the same fucking time. Yeah. And if we don't fucking catch it, it's going to be a repeat of a repeat of a repeat of what has already fucking taken place. Yeah. When the fuck are you going to wake the fuck up, grow the fuck up, become spiritually mature, stop plaguing the fucking victim, looking for something else to fucking blame other than yourself as a fucking woman in this fucking world, and stand by the side of fucking men that know the fucking goddamn difference. It ain't gonna fucking happen otherwise.
Here.
It's not. It's just fucking not. Look at the condition.
Yeah.
And the fallout and the bullshit and the fucking takeover.
Yeah.
That is taking place with these types.
Yeah. It makes me ill. It just makes me ill. And I think what I witnessed for myself, because, you know, back in the
Really quick,
70s.
really quick. One thing I
Yeah,
want to say, and then you know, go into what you were going to, you know, say. There is nothing more repulsive than a woman going out of her way to assume masculine energy.
agree.
It is
I agree.
not
Not
meant
natural.
for you in context. Same
Yeah.
thing with men that assume feminine
Yes.
energy. This has nothing to do with the positive and negative charge of the energy force. That is what the yin yang
Yes.
represents.
Yes.
The true occult meaning of what this is. And then you have the third energy, the third element, which is the wand of fire. Take it back to Nikola Tesla and what he said about the fact that if you come to what he say, if you come to the knowledge of the 396, you will have a key to the universe. But this is everything to do with energy, frequency, and vibration. It's nothing to do with fucking gender. That's what the New Age did to fuck with your fucking mind.
Absolutely. That's exactly what happened.
So anyways, you were going to say.
Well, so when I was a teenager, you know, I started university when I was 15. And I was there as a hard science student. My whole thing was into astronomy and physics. I got invited by the women's studies department. They recruited me and started shoving this whole narrative. Oh, you poor little Eurasian immigrant. Oh, and you're so petite and so helpless. So, you know, these Marxist bitches came after me thinking that I was going to like kowtow to all that bullshit. And I just, you know, they would speak to me and pander to my being, you know, because I check off a lot of fucking boxes for these people, okay? These Marxists that were taking over the American universities at the time. And so one of the things that I noticed is like, wow, you people are really pushing that narrative of victim consciousness. I didn't experience that, you know? I mean, I was raised by a crazy person, and I learned by applying the Hermeticum, which I started reading when I was 12, that, okay, you know, the all is mind. I want to change my reality and my universe. I got to up level my way of thinking. And I cannot say I am to victimhood. I cannot say I am to women as infallible. I mean, it was all nonsense to me. I saw it. And so I pushed back quite a lot. And it made me realize, as I got deeper and deeper and deeper into the whole rabbit hole of feminism during that time, this is bullshit. This is complete bullshit. And I started reading all these feminist authors who, in their effort to back up their bullshit, found out the complete opposite. That, oh shit, we are not as innocent. Oh shit, how did the patriarchy get started? You know, how did this all happen? I mean, that story.
Talk about how that fucking got started.
Yeah.
It started with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Who do you think gave birth to the children, you know, that became that in context?
Exactly. And way back when, man, because of the menstrual cycles, we were seen as akin to the cosmos. We hadn't quite connected the dots with having sex and 9 months later having a child, because we had animals surrounding us that were giving birth very, very, very quickly. So you have to go down that rabbit hole. And I've been talking about this for decades. And, you know, women look at me like, oh God, you know, you're so insane. That's not how it is. That's not how it is. But there's lots of evidence to back it up. Right. You know, but no one's going to want to go there. No one's going to want to go there. And the actual feminists who wrote this stuff, they're being thrown under the bus, because they're not backing up the narrative, which is really, really, really unfortunate. And so we women, and especially the women that I know who are immersed in that New Age bullshit, you know, they come up against the likes of me or the likes of you. And it's like, holy moly.
Well, here's what I want to say to women. You don't think you need a man in your life? Good the fuck luck with that bullshit. Every single fucking one of you are gonna end up alone as the fucking cat lady.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I even had a message sent to me by a woman that was freaking the fuck out and begging me to help her. And she's like, I'm all alone with my cats. And I said, sorry, lady.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't respond, you know. And you know, we're gonna edit this, you know what I'm saying? So we can literally let it fucking fly.
Yeah, let's let it
Not
fly.
live, you know
I'm
what I'm
into
saying?
it.
But
I'm
no,
into it.
this
Welcome.
bitch fucking messaged me. And I was thinking to myself, God damn, if you only caught it, you know. And as far as our mental health goes, men need to wake the fuck up to this fucking factor as well, because they've also been conditioned to worship the dark goddess.
Right. Right.
Which steals their flame. It steals their essence as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Take the fucking porn and all this other fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Saying
It's
all set up.
vampiristic.
It's all set up by the Khazarian fucking mafia to destroy the human fucking races on a drip in terms of the parallel Earth timeline fucking trajectory.
Yes.
Okay, and this Battlestar Wormwood, it's doing its fucking thing in terms of templating. Again, as above, so below. The heavens are within us. So all of these things.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, those of us that are doing the work in context, I speak about the blue flame. I embody the template in context, and then we just had this blue flame spiral manifest in fucking Alaska in terms of the aurora borealis.
Yeah.
So that right there is a mark in terms of the procession, and those that are doing the real work. You have no idea who you're listening to right now. I'm you know, but I'm not here to position myself or prostrate myself above the fucking equations, because I've been into the depths of all the fucking shit you still cannot fucking see as individuals in the fucking world. And I went through the process. I went through the rites of initiation to be in the position that I'm in. And I didn't go through what the fuck I did for no fucking goddamn reason. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So all of the inspiration that is there within me, if I didn't know what was on the other side of all of these fucking equations, there would be nothing that would fucking inspire me. But as soon as I actually experienced that trajectory and it ignited within my heart core, the atrioventricular node of the heart, that is where the seat of the soul rests within the body politic on a multidimensional level. When that ignited, and then I was able to see even deeper what is beyond all of this fucking bullshit that we are pressed up against as mankind.
Yeah.
I said to myself, I'm going to do everything I fucking can to let people know the fucking truth. Whether they hear it or not, that's not up to me. But it is up to me to have a voice and to speak truth. And you've been doing this even since, you know, before I fucking incarnated. Now look at where things are. And now we're having correspondence in terms of one great work.
Yeah. Because
you know what I'm saying?
We have to come together, you know. I know
for
myself that there was a point in time, and it was just after the Bosnian War, where I was invited to be part of a group of folks who were observing the aftermath, if you will, of that horrifying time. And what came as a deeply, profoundly shocking, hurtful, it broke my heart. And I realized it's really fucking true. The evil that's being perpetrated is really being organized and really being mandated, really being organized by women. And that's when I realized, okay, this gynocracy, it's on. It's on. It didn't go away. It's
right.
hidden
Look, it's
behind.
not just women But
Yeah.
this is the factor that needs to be fucking acknowledged.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And the
Because
men
that, because,
are the
because that
figureheads, they're
idea
the
that,
faces of a lot of this shit.
right. But the very idea that woman can't be that or is that, you're fucking lying to yourself.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I saw it in my own mother.
Sure.
I mean, she bragged about.
And there's no sort of projection upon the fucking situation. That
Right.
is what the fuck it is, despite your background and experience.
Yes. And it is an important factor to like really acknowledge in terms of the abuses, but beyond the abuses, it's the incubation period that we all have.
It's like you
as
were
boys
saying,
and
it's
girls.
woman, it's like you were saying, it's woman on woman violence.
Yes, yes, the inhumanity of women. And I mean, it's an amazing book by Phyllis Chesler. I highly, highly recommend it. It's a big book. It's a dense book. It'll take you a year to get through. And I've read it several times at this point. But it's a shocker because, and then you get to witness it within your own lineage of the atrocities of mothers upon their children. And this whole realm that we're in now, where, wow, we get to last minute abort our kids, our babies, at the time of birth. Whoa. I mean, I'm thinking that and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this? This is fucked up. It's fucked up evil.
Right. Right. So.
And it's being normalized as a right for women. But then these women want to bitch about how awful men are, how awful boys are. And it's like, hey,
Well,
you know,
I think that's
we
fucking obvious.
We conceive them. They grow. Okay. They grow in our bodies. We give birth to them. We raise them. And if we don't raise them because we want to bother, we have a shitstorm, an indoctrination center of all these different agencies raising.
Look, it's not to like point the finger at womankind or point the finger at men. It's both fucking sides of the equation.
Both fucking sides.
Still haven't got it together. Why? Because we are held within the crux of the mystery of all fucking mysteries. Yes. Do you know who the fuck you are?
Yeah.
As a man, as a woman, are you compromised or are you concealed, pulling the alignment, knowing the fucking goddamn fucking difference?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's many different points of the equation I can take it into. But triangulation is going to continue to manifest itself. And it's obvious that there have been very corrupt men throughout the fucking aeons that have done heinous, fucked up shit. I will be the first one to call my kind out as a fucking man. But what about you women calling out these fucking cunts as fucking women in context?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what needs to happen.
I get booted off calls.
That's what needs to happen here. And it's as simple as that. It's not complicated. We don't need to go on and on and on about these fucking issues. It's clearly fucking seen, and people want to get in debates about this fucking shit.
Yeah.
You're wasting your fucking time. There's how things actually work. And if you compromise that, you can expect the manifestation of the law of cause and effect to have its fucking way otherwise.
Yeah.
It's going to manifest on its own.
Yeah. It already is.
All the divide and conquer and the bullshit. And is exactly where the dark ones want us. Why? Because when you don't pull the alignment in context, you're fucking fodder for the watchers. Beast. Yeah. And that's fodder, everything.
And you're a tool for them.
Yeah. And they're going for their harvest right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right fucking now. That is what we are witnessing. So all of the fucking programming and the poison and the fucking muck and the tar and all of the nasty shit, it's being pushed up and out.
Yeah.
To basically show itself. It can't fucking hide anymore. That's what the ritual was in 2020. Everyone that went out of their way and compromised the integrity of their existence, you're fucking hiding, motherfuckers. You're fucking hiding. I'm a man that wears his goddamn fucking soul on his fucking face. You're gonna get the real deal here with me. I don't have time. You know, you get in the vicinity of people like us, and you're some fake ass motherfucker, all the demons that are riding your ass are gonna fucking manifest.
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
they are.
And that's what happens. So the sacrifices that we make unto ourselves. This is one of the things you wanted to get into.
Yeah, yeah.
Sacrifice.
Because there is a cost. There is a cost for truth.
It will cost you everything.
Your comfort zones, they've got to fucking go. And people want to be fucking comfortable. They want to be placated. They want to be anesthetized, you know.
I know, because they don't have to make any effort. Nothing's required of them today in order to make that fucking happen. Nothing's required for you to even believe in a God in terms of vicarious atonement, which is a fucking satanic lie.
Yeah.
Has that fucking worked? Look at the condition of our fucking world.
Yeah.
No, you have to save your own fucking ass and learn the arts and be initiated into the schools that are manifesting again in the world. This is what I am here to recreate. This is what I've done.
Yeah.
And everyone that's done the work that's been initiated on my end, and I take them very deep into not only laying the proper foundation, but getting into the actual arts for them that are, you could say, the true guides in context to how things work. Not some disincarnate fucking entity, not some fucking alien or whatever the fuck. You continue to look outside of yourself.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a huge fucking problem.
And because people do not position themselves to go through that process integration of not only confronting shadow, but slaying the inner tyrant gives way on an unconscious level, psychologically speaking, to the manifestation of tyrants in our world. Because you were the one allowing these motherfuckers to do what they fucking do. At the very least, we have to stand our ground and continue to inform.
Yeah.
Can we prevent a war? Can we prevent fucking bloodshed and all this different kind of stuff? See, my ancestors in ancient times knew the consequences of fucking actual war. And before any fucking battle took place, there was always delegations to see if there was anything that either side could do to compensate before the fucking slaughter ensued. Delegations in 2020 on higher levels. Okay, you have to understand how this works, because they do not meet in the physical. I'm talking about the real motherfuckers. Okay, and it's sort of how we operate as well. Those of us that are templated, and there were deliberations that took place on higher levels. Look, this is beyond government and politics and religion and banks. And you think you fucking know, motherfuckers? See, most of humanity stands at the first veil. They can't even accept that. The trickle down manifestation of what's happening at a higher fucking level. Okay, delegations were arranged, and these motherfuckers were given chance after chance after fucking chance after fucking chance to make the goddamn fucking course correct. Delegations were denied, and then that is what they and then what hit the world in 2020 was their decision to go against the actual jurisdiction of those of us that are templated here on earth, that override any position that they fucking hold, including their fucking overlords in the etheric realm. Okay, and I face the watchers myself. And that's why I cannot be fucked with. I'm not in fear of these meat sacks on ground fucking level.
Yeah. I relate.
But that's what they want us, but that's where they want us to be. They want us to live in fear. And even deeper, the fear of who you truly are as it starts to reveal itself. Of course, it's going to push out all the fucking programming. Of course, it's going to push out all the fucking mind control and all of the cognitive dissonance and all this different kind of stuff. Look at how many years it's taken us to get to where the fuck we're at in terms of remembering, versus people that don't even fucking know what the fuck chemtrails are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still. You know, I
Yeah,
run into these types
it's
sometimes.
amazing.
It's like, wow.
Yeah.
But hey, that's where they're at.
Yeah.
That's where they're at, and you need to see it as that, and stop expecting everyone to be on your fucking level when they haven't done the fucking work to be
Yeah.
on your fucking level. If I did
Yeah.
that with my students, I wouldn't have students.
Yeah.
That's fucking retarded.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. The ability to meet students where they're at because of the willingness, they're engaging.
They have to be
us.
willing. They got to be willing.
They have to be willing. Absolutely. None of these pretenders. In the last month or two, I've dropped 7 clients who just refuse. They want to be associated with me, but they don't want to fucking do the work. And it's like, and some of them prepay, and it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I guess you got money to burn because there are no refunds, you know. And I reserve the right to fucking drop your ass if you don't want to do the work. I don't have time for it. I know you have the same attitude as I do about it, because it's like, why bother? For what? You think you're going to get it through osmosis? You're not.
This takes years.
Yes.
And not everybody in the world is a template holder in context.
Mm-hmm.
Most of you out there don't even have the fucking capacity that I do to know what the fuck I know. And that's okay. It doesn't make me any better than anybody else. It's just who the fuck I am. And I know who the fuck I am. I don't have to apologize for that. Why the fuck should I?
Yeah.
I don't want you to apologize for who the fuck you are, Maria. In fact, that you're a gift to the world. Who we are is our gift to the world. It's the gift we give to one another. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to go out of my way to tell you who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
You don't even know who the fuck you are, motherfucker, and you want to come talk shit and try to tell me who the fuck I am, but you can't even tell me who the fuck you are? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I know who I am, and that's why I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks otherwise, because I know what my intentions are, and the actions I take every single day in terms of the mystery school are coming from a place of accountability and integrity with my inner circle that is watching my every fucking move.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I have people that I hold myself accountable to.
Yeah.
I don't get to do just whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, me as well. Wow.
It's very specific.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it has to be specific. And I tend to operate from a place of inspiration that comes to me, what is most relevant and needs to be spoken upon.
Yeah.
Because the 99.9% of the fucking bullshit that's out there, especially online, it's all fucking bullshit. It's all distraction. And it's just pulling you in 20,000 different fucking directions.
Yeah. Rather
than you having a focused trajectory in terms of your life and your purpose and your
that alignment. Yeah. Right. That's important. I tell people all the time, you have to get your life sorted out such that everything that you are about, that you do, that you say, that you participate in, that you is in contribution to your great work.
Right.
To your alignment. Mm-hmm. Through and through and through and through and through and through.
So as far as the curriculum goes, I do readings, I do other consults. There's the Black Earth Library in terms of with the mystery school, and there's over 6 terabyte, drive that you're going to get access to in context to that. And there's no other cult library on the face of the earth like the one I've been able to create. So much has been entrusted to me. Why? Because it's my goddamn fucking position to administer and allow people in that are actually seeking this. It's not the same as going out and trying to convince people that don't give a fuck about this stuff. Why would I cast pearls to swine?
Exactly.
In terms, this is sacred knowledge, and it's not going to be handed to you on a silver fucking platter. As far as the basics go, everyone on Earth needs to, at the very least, know cosmic law. That should be common knowledge. You got to know how things fucking work, because if you don't know how cosmic law operates, and you don't know that it's all about your state of mind, and you don't understand that the heavens above are within you, then good luck fucking evolving otherwise.
Yeah.
I don't care what you
won't be able to think properly.
Right.
Your thoughts will be flawed. Your way of being will be flawed.
Right.
You're absolutely right. 1000%.
So
Can't get around it.
there in terms of the curriculum, I give people protocol teaching to focus on before they get on schedule. Well, after they get on schedule, you know, and line things out. And I only do one-on-one mentorship with people because it's that specific in terms of template.
Yes.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I can do general teaching. I put out a lot of general teaching for people to, you know, look into and stuff like that. But when it comes to actual initiation
Yeah.
into the occult on the level that I've taken it, that I've taken it, it is ultra specific to the individual and their templating.
Yeah.
In terms
Yeah.
of the arts and how that would work for you, the same look, and how that would work for them. The way that it works for you isn't the same way it's going to work for me, but based upon universal laws and metaphysics, eternal axioms, how things actually work. Okay. That the general knowledge of what that is nothing to do with the belief system. It's
Mhm.
how things actually work in terms of nature and the universe,
Yeah.
and assists in terms of laying the proper foundation
Yeah.
before
Beautiful.
even getting into these arts and sciences. Because a lot of people, they jump into this shit, but they don't have that fucking foundation in
Yeah.
terms of basic fundamentals and principles, and they think they fucking know how to navigate something with
No, you
sense
just
without the
open
proper
yourself
foundation.
up for a lot of fuckery, that's for sure.
Right. Right. And so, you know, there's a stepwise progression that happens in terms of the arts and things that take people into. And it's very specific in terms of the curriculum. This is
Yeah.
an actual occult university. Okay. It's not some half-baked fucking bullshit. I'm accredited worldwide and I know very extremely fucking powerful people in the fucking world. Not just the one great work network. Okay.
Mhm. Cool.
So all of this in terms of my goal, and after I had my shamanic initiation back in the year 2000, I was all, you know, almost completely ripped and torn to shreds by these fucking forces that said, well, if this motherfucker wakes up, it's going to be fucking over for us on a certain fucking level, which it has been, because I have made a dent in the fucking reality field, and I'm going to continue to as a fucking man that knows the fucking goddamn difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the war and the things that we are up against, once you cross a certain threshold, there's no going back, and you're going to come up against them. And not only come up against them, but you're going to be forced to face your shit, do the fucking work to clean
Mhm.
yourself the fuck
Yeah.
out so you can integrate the capacity to even tap into the higher self, higher awareness, higher consciousness
Yeah.
integration that takes place, taking the alchemical rites of initiation. And this is, and look, this is why healing is number one. And if people just did that, if they just started there and don't worry about all of the more advanced fucking bullshit, that's going to be there for you.
Yeah.
But you ain't going to get there, and you're not going to know how to wield it correctly if you can't even know how to fucking think right, motherfuckers.
It's true. Very true.
That's one of the first assignments that I give people. You must become the master of your own thought and emotion
Yeah.
in terms
Yeah.
of the
Yeah. Mine as well. Mine as well. You know,
that's foundation, man.
it's funny how people will like, because I know I've been approached by many different people and then many different groups. Well, couldn't you like put this into a big group program? No.
Not like this.
No. You know, I know for me, and I'm sure it's the same for you, you have to feel into people
I vet
to
people
see
too.
where
That's
they're
it.
at.
It's not an open door. I don't have an open door policy.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. You know, you get vetted by me.
Right. Right.
And I think that's important because there are way too many
Yeah, you don't want to get some fucking
agents.
spy coming in to fucking
Yeah.
come and help, bro.
Fuck yeah.
You know what the fuck you're doing.
Exactly.
Do you know how many great fucking movements have been infiltrated and subverted throughout the fucking aeons? Because people hold the notion that, you know, just everybody can come and there's no sort of fucking testing or vetting that
Yeah.
takes place.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Are you
No.
fucking kidding me?
Yeah. No.
And so to know the difference, you got to know what to look for. You got to know what the red flags are, so to speak.
Yeah,
and what to watch the fuck out for.
Yeah. What are some of your red flags?
Intention. That's one of the main ones. And I'm also able to gauge things psychically with most people. Now, if someone's going through a lot of fucking shit, I will hang with them, but I will never allow anyone to suck me into their own fucking abyss and then want to fucking blame me.
Yeah, no shit.
We're going through, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I ain't playing that fucking shit.
Yeah. Yeah, good on you.
I'm not here for therapy.
I don't play that shit either.
That's another factor. I'm not here for therapy. I'm here for mentorship in terms of my fucking position. I hold position as a Magi Grill shaman, not some secular fucking therapist that's gonna coddle your fucking demons and then exploit you in context. So you keep coming back 10 fucking years and you're not fucking healed. No, I'm gonna confront this fucking shit, and within a matter of fucking months, you're gonna override and rise the fuck up and start really kicking ass in fucking life. If you listen, if you listen to instruction. I'm not here to give orders. I'm not into order following and all that shit. I want individuals to think for themselves. Again, that's the first assignment. But the wiring and the gauge of our perception is very unique in terms of who we are as individuals. And this is why there can be issues and problems as far as certain people not seeing eye to eye. Well, I just don't see it like that. Well, I don't fucking care. Doesn't mean I'm right or that you're fucking wrong. Vice versa, or somewhere in between. We're all working to figure out what the fuck this thing we call life is.
Yeah.
And people just need to get the fuck over themselves. You just need to get the fuck over yourselves, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I agree.
And stop pretending and stop fucking lying and be truthful unto yourself. Make the sacrifice unto yourself. And if you make the sacrifice unto yourself and you start going into this, again, the curriculum is there as far as the mystery school goes on my end. And there's a lot of things that have happened in terms of upgrades with mystery school. We have now implemented a metaphysical celestial psychology reading, getting into the galactic spirals of creation and templating. Again, the heavens above again, the heavens above are within us. And it's all being done by hand. Those that have got it already, they're on a waiting list, and it's going to take a long time to get it out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very, very ultra specific, and it's tailored to the individual. That's the beautiful thing. It's not some general consensus hive mind egregor, and now
I love that hive mind
and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
It's very, very specific and reveals the arts that show you not only how to navigate consciousness and the template, but why you are the way that you are. That's a major question. Why? Why do I think the way I think? Why do I see things the way I see things? Why do I process shit the way that I process? As in terms of who I am. Now that's either operating from a place of integrity, knowing the fucking difference, or it's being used against you, and that's the fucking world. That's the aggregate. They're fucking robots operating on fucking programming that has compromised their fucking templating and context, and that's why they don't have the capacity. Most people, they don't even have the capacity to fucking see what we see that's even hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It is all out there in front of us.
But if you seek to know, then you can. If you seek truth, truth is going to reveal itself to you. And truth isn't necessarily what even people assume it's going to fucking be. You know, like truth just hits you upside the fucking head, or, you know, knocks you off your fucking chair from time to time. It's like, goddamn, how many fucking nervous breakdowns have I had in over the last 23 fucking years with this shit being revealed to me?
Yeah.
Are you fucking? It is a mind job. But once you
get past really a mind job.
But once you get past a certain threshold, you're going to be smooth sailing. in terms of your fucking life. And that's the place you want to get, because you get enough momentum going and you don't give up and you don't cave in and you don't fucking quit because you're being attacked or you haven't fall out with fucking people. Because that's another thing in terms of sacrifice unto ourselves. This path work will put you in a position of being alone.
Yes.
And I want to address this as well, because I know a lot of people out there may be struggling with that. It's to note that it's during these times that the higher force is trying to get, that it's during these times that the higher force is working to get your attention. Now you're not distracted with all these fucking morons that are not going where the fuck you're going.
Yeah.
And now
you can't drag them with you.
But the most difficult factor is now you're confronted with you. Now you got to face the magic mirror gate in context. And that's also what people have been conditioned to avoid at all costs. So they run out to the club, or they get involved in certain group dynamics or belief systems. And, take your fucking pick in the world. There's plenty of fucking distractions out there that they're going to take you off the true fucking path. And that's a broad spectrum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
a hermit. You're a hermit. Right. I like it.
And I love it because I get to pick and choose who's in my crazy little fucking world.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm good unto myself as well. There's no capacity in terms of codependence with me or anybody. I'm 100% sovereign. Yeah. And I operate from a place of sovereignty. You know what I'm saying? And that's the key, because if you can attain that unto yourself and you go through this process integration of shadow and higher self in terms of the alchemical rites of initiation, you're going to go through this, process of refinement. I think I'm way more fucking refined than I was even just a few years ago, because of the shit that I've had to fucking face and the consequences, when it came to certain things in terms of what the fuck I do. I put my neck on the goddamn fucking chopping block multiple fucking times. I know people that have been fucking murdered. This is not a fucking joke. This is for fucking real. Yeah. Yeah. And if you don't have the fucking ironclad ovaries or the fucking balls to fucking stand with us, then go fuck yourself. We don't have time for you. Yeah. I don't have time for you.
Yeah. No,
I'd rather be under myself than around a bunch of fucking cowards. I'll operate like a fucking ninja before I gather a fucking army. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Now you're gonna know the fucking difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the Gynocracy and the patriarchy and all this. I mean, it is all flying the fuck out, and we are having an effect and context to the alignment in this fucking world. Do not think that because you only get 1 or 2 views that you're not having an effect. Even if I just reached one person my entire fucking life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how you see it. And that's why working one-on-one, with people is so powerful, because it's not some, general thing. And there's the God on the fucking podium. No, I'm down on ground level, just like you, motherfucker. Yeah. I'm going through hell just like you.
Face to face.
I'm going through hell just like you, man. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
And we have to have each other's backs and fucking. I don't care if it's at a distance. You know what I'm saying? We're in communication.
Yes, and that's so important, because soul to soul, heart to heart, that heart, mind, body, soul coordination, that connection. You can't fake that.
No,
you can't fake that.
It's either genuine connection or it's fucking not.
Yeah.
And
I feel like that's what people are longing for. They're longing for true connection, not to be part of this fucking crowd, the peanut gallery, the mob. I mean,
right, but a lot of people go for that. A lot of people go for that.
Yeah. I always make a joke with my students who want to be in these big groups. I always warn them. It's like, mark my word, no matter what group it is, it will turn into a totalitarian agreement shit show, right, where nobody gets to think other than what the consensus thinking is all about. And a lot of people don't believe me, but then they come around and go, yep, you're absolutely right. It turned into a mob ruled shit show.
Yeah, and that's been my experience as well in terms of the group dynamics go. But imagine a group or a tribe of individuals that know who the fuck they are and how things actually work. That ain't gonna happen. And so many of us that have been doing the work throughout the decades are being prepared for that to potentially manifest. You know what I'm saying? I have goals. I got fucking plans in terms of what I want to fucking do. You know what I'm saying? But again, gaining leverage and knowing the fucking difference. Yeah, if you got a compromised fucking template and you come the fuck in and you try to be a part of this shit, that's gonna be exposed very fucking quickly.
Yeah, well.
Because it's all gonna come flying the fuck out. Why?
Yeah.
Because those of us that you know say, I pulled some people in, they're gonna be the cream of the fucking crop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's who I want to be around. You know,
Yeah,
people
of
that
course.
are actually doing the work and seeking knowledge, and then we can get into this stuff like we are today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The rune reading that I had with you, which was gifted to you by one of my
by
students,
Derek Bartolicelli. Thank you, Derek.
was one of the absolute most powerful rune readings I've ever done for anybody. And what I see with you and the level of integrity that you operate from, your dedication, it's not gone unseen. It's not gonna, be thrown under the fucking bus, especially by myself or other people in the network that know the fucking difference. We have to have each other's fucking backs. But that formula that you were given, and what I recognize about your templating, you are what I could say is an immortal mortal. Look at you, man. I mean, what the fuck? You got some kind of fucking secret going on. You know what I'm saying? But when I did the reading and it was and the whole like birch goddess thing was revealed, that absolutely blew my fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? So there's something bigger happening here
I
than
agree.
the general consensus of what even other people on network might even know what the fuck is going on. Even Mark himself, and he's not fucking stupid. And I know Mark personally. I've hung out.
I know
met
him
his
well.
family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I have high regard for Mark. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But all of this in terms of individual incarnation. Why the fuck did you incarnate here on Earth? Did you incarnate to be a slave? Or did you incarnate to fucking remember what the fuck is really going on?
Yeah.
So that you can leg the fuck up and rise the fuck up
Yeah.
and be a part of confronting the ultimate evil along with us so that we actually experience what true freedom is and we're not being sucked into the fucking abyss in denial, justification, denial of that denial, and then blaming them, giving our fucking power away constantly every day, day in and day out.
Yeah.
What million man fucking march changed fucking anything? It doesn't change anything.
No.
What changes the world is what we fucking do and what we build. What about your inner sanctum, your own inner kingdom?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what it means to be sovereign. And all of us are kings and queens in our own fucking right. And if we treated each other like kings and queens with true fucking honor and regard and respect, it would change the fucking world. Or, because a lot of people out there, man, they just got really fucked up fucking attitudes.
Yeah, they do.
Attitudes fucking suck. And it's like you can't listen to any sort of fucking instruction. Well, how are you gonna fucking learn that?
Yeah. Well, there's an arrogance and a hostility toward information that people don't know, or they're just hearing it for the first time, and there's this immediate disdain and pushback.
Sure. Right.
Like, okay,
that's to be expected.
Yeah.
They're gonna want to fucking burn you at the goddamn fucking stake.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I ran also from my position for fucking years, Because I didn't want to have to fucking deal with that shit.
Yeah.
Who does? I get it.
It's pretty wild to be. When I was in Belfast in 2019, and I was at an event, and after the event, which actually got canceled at the last moment, so we found a different venue, and afterwards I was literally attacked by a woman who came behind me and pushed me down on the ground. I mean, I was shocked. My sponsors were shocked. And she spat on me and told me, and it made me laugh. I got to say, it terrified me and made me laugh at the same time, because she called me a patriarchy apologist. And it was just, I can't even tell you, like, for me, the cognitive dissonance that hit me in the face, like, because what I was talking about.
Well, I mean, but you're in partnership with somebody, correct?
Yes.
You have a man in your life, correct?
Yes. Yes. Well, at that time I did not.
These bitches fucking don't.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just kind of an amazing.
They're fucking lesbian cult fucking bullshit or whatever the fuck they do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And she was a redhead in a hijab, donning a hijab. And I'm like going, wow, okay. Amazing.
So
but that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with this mishmash of identitarianism.
You know what's funny?
It has nothing to do with reality, nothing to do with your true self.
Yeah. You know what's funny? This whole Karen thing. In terms of occult literature, Karen's an actual fucking demon. I'd have to send you the actual document, but it's a fucking demon. It's an actual demon called Karen. You people don't fucking get it. You're just dealing with surfaces. You live in the realm of effects. You're not the cause point for fucking anything, even in your own framework in terms of the gauge of your perception to process and the actions that you're taking in life.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to come learn, you can. That's what me and Maria are here for. That's the purpose of this fucking network.
Yeah.
Is to educate, to give true education in terms of the things that you were never meant to fucking know that are being used against you.
Yes.
Also, again, on a daily fucking basis.
Especially that. You know, it's funny that you say that
the
Karen is a demon, because I've actually heard people actually say that they want to invoke their inner Karen to fucking go off on somebody. And I'm just like,
yeah, see?
And I'm snarky. So I just, I gotta roll my eyes sometimes, because it's ludicrous, but at the same time, it's a little frightening, because
no, it is frightening. It's not anything that you want to fuck with. It's
no, you don't want to fuck with it.
It's absolutely
being
totally vicious
as a pop culture joke.
Yeah, but it's not a joke.
Yeah, it's actual.
It's for real, and people have been taken the fuck over in terms, especially women in context.
Yeah.
Why? Because women are the main target in this world.
Right.
Why are women the main target in this fucking world? Well, the first thing, in order to get to men, but you're also the womb gate. And so whatever they're able to seed, whether it's physically or in terms of consciousness, you give birth to as women.
Right.
And then we as men got to fucking deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the seeds of proper knowledge and wisdom, that is what women need to go towards.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to know the truth? Or you just want to be some programmed nitwit that has the emotional capacity of a fucking 8-year-old and can't get her goddamn fucking shit together?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think any man of high value is going to have anything to fucking do with you? He's not.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not. So the whole social dynamic plague. And there's
That's the perfect
so
word
many
right there.
conversations out there about what the fuck is going on, because it's so fucking obvious.
Yeah.
What has happened, and the divide and conquer between men and women goes right on down to the divide and conquer in terms of who the fuck you are against your own fucking soul.
Right. And the divide and conquer between women themselves. I mean, that competition, that the takedown, the violence, I mean, it's horrifying. It's horrifying. And I have been, you know, I've experienced it firsthand, not just with my own mother, but with quite a number of women who, you know, were under the guise of having my back, having my heart, colleagues. Just kind of amazing how the big fat lie of this loving sisterhood is perpetuated, and it's hushed down.
And it's not to say that there aren't women out there that are getting it together in context, because
yes, absolutely, I know plenty of those women.
But it's the bypassing in terms of the contrast that cannot be fucking bypassed. It has to be fucking addressed if we're going to get to the fucking real as men and women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's not going to happen otherwise, because eventually, and especially in terms of a group dynamic, when you get a real motherfucker come in like me that has embodied the divine masculine and you got some shit on you, it's going to come the fuck out.
It's going to come the fuck out.
And there's certain people that can't even be within my vicinity.
Yeah. I've had that experience as well. Men and women just fucking
the energy naturally repels.
Yes. Yeah. It's a purgative, you know, it's like it pushes out.
But it's also a protection. It's a ward. If you can't get past my wards, then go fuck yourself. I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah.
Because I know what the fuck is going on, and these motherfuckers have tried to take me out numerous fucking times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me as well, my friend.
Yeah. Now, we've been talking for a bit. Do you want to take a break?
No.
Well, I want to take a break.
Okay, take a break.
So yeah, give me about 5 minutes. I'm going to pause this.
Okay.
And
cool.
There's a few more things I'm looking at to go over.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
Yeah. Cool. Excellent. Yeah, let me pause this. Okay, we're back. So.
I want to talk about let's talk about athanasia.
The nectar.
Yes. The nectar.
Well, let's speak about what your experience has been with it first.
I feel like there's been a lot of me that's come home, if that makes sense. I'm feeling very, very supportive and supported. So there's a sort of upliftment that's happening and a holding, like where I feel really, really held in what I'm here to do, what I'm all about. I've had the most incredible dreams. You've been in the dreams. Tomash Sheridan has been in the dreams as well. So it's like I'm having these dreams with all of what I call my masculine support in this incarnation, and they are so profoundly I can't even put them into words because the English just doesn't do it.
Yeah, you're gonna start going to fire letters if you're not too
careful. Yes. So and what I've noticed is that since I've been taking the elixir, that in conjunction to, say, toning my formula, and using all of the directions, it's so powerful. Like I've had to just really release a lot of my old sort of habits of self-care because they're not appropriate anymore, which is pretty cool. It's really, really cool. So I'm just so happy.
So you're saying things are lifting?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lightness in being. And so I've noticed that even in my piano playing, my guitar playing, all of that.
Mhm.
And
There's increase in terms of your talent and skill.
yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's like I'm coming back to it, even though I've been retired since 2008. I have this inspiration to like get back to it again. And yeah. So it's really a beautiful thing.
So the nectar of athanasia is quite literally the most powerful elixir on the face of the entire earth. And I am the first man to release this into the reality field since what happened did. It's a mark of the procession. It's a major mark in terms of what the mystery school has to offer, and not only what the mystery school represents to the legacy of the Magog Grail shaman that I've incarnated. This is our strike against the needlecraft itself. Okay. And what people need to know about how things work is that nature in the universe is going to compensate for everything. It's just a question of whether or not you're going to fucking catch it. And so this is made available. There's a public rate versus the rate that I give for initiates, which is 50% off in terms of the nectar of athanasia. When I started taking it, I immediately felt the effects. My eyesight increased like a motherfucker. The dream time quests that manifested within the first, 3 to 4 months upon taking it were absolutely fucking profound. And it has a very purging quality to it as well, because when you administer the nectar, again, we're working with the spray specifically. About you start with about 10 to 20 sprays under the tongue, right? And you administer under the tongue, and it goes right into the bloodstream in terms of that line straight to the heart and then the brain field itself. And the more gold that you have within your system, the more incorruptible you become in terms of your body politic. When it comes to the art and science of alchemy, we're talking about true high magic here. That is what this is on a practical level. It is high magic of the greatest order, practical, that you can take in order to prime your materia for that process integration that's going to take place in terms of actual initiation. Okay. And a lot of the issues and the problems that individuals could deal with, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, even temporal challenges, of course, there's a lot of factors that come into play as to why people are where they are in their life. And in terms of my shamanic initiation, I extracted the gold of consciousness within my templating over 23 fucking years ago. When I started taking the nectar, after all this work that I have done, up until that point where it literally manifested, physically speaking, in my life. And I'm surrounded by it over here, by the way. When I started taking it, I felt it immediately, and it blew my fucking mind out the back of my fucking head. And the way it works, if people want to know what the nectar of athanasia is, it's 100% gold, liquid gold, nanoparticle, and purified water, trillion parts per million, and purified water. It's 100% pure. Okay. And it's not even to be compared with other things like Mufkazut, all of these other monoatomic golds and Ormus and all this fucking bullshit that's out there that is made with other chemicals, the way that it's made, and all this other kind of stuff. Now, in terms of the nectar, it's never going to be disclosed the actual way that we are able to make this, because it's highly protected as well. But in terms of my testimony and other people's testimony, anyone that has got the nectar has got the fucking results. Every single fucking person that has ever got it since we released it. And the way that it works, the nanoparticle in context goes right into the mitochondria, the cell structure. It goes right into the mitochondria of the cell structure itself and lights up your cells like tiny little suns. It recreates the sun bonds in terms of light code frequencies that are necessary in order to not only fucking evolve, but truly ascend. And true ascension happens here on Earth.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay? So this elixir is second to none in context to anything out there. And it is quite literally going to change the world within the next fucking decade.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
And it is a mark of the mystery school, and why things in terms of Black Earth Productions and what I've been able to create are 100% unique in the world in terms of the legacy. And I've been able to track my legacy going all the way back to Kemet, actually. And I have archaeological proof of my lineage. And you think about all the wars and the crazy shit that has gone the fuck on, and then the men that were, you know, my mentors in context in that work. I've had Michael Tessarion and Jordan Maxwell on with one-on-one.
Yeah. I worked with Michael one-on-one back in the 90s when we were both in California.
No, I'm just saying that, you know, people that have gone before us, it has not been in vain.
Yeah.
It has not been in vain. Even other individuals like Mark, when he first came out, I was like, God damn, fucking finally somebody else that fucking gets it. You know what I'm saying?
I said the same thing.
He's gone full fucking board. Right. You said the same thing. It's like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? And with you know, this technology, what people need to recognize about the internet is the physical manifestation of the ether. Okay. And they don't own it.
Yeah.
So whatever purpose to offset the trajectory, they can't fucking control this, obviously. They even, you know, have it in their records that they, you know, regret that it was ever invented. Too fucking bad, because there's other forces here that are higher and way more fucking powerful than they are. And that's what they want us to assume.
Yeah.
They have all power, that they're all fucking knowing, that they're the enlightened ones and all this fucking bullshit. If they were the enlightened ones, they wouldn't do what the fuck they're doing in the world.
It's true.
No. This is a force of evil that was given birth to via the Gynocracy, going back to that is designed to steal and siphon not only your essence, but the gold of consciousness itself. Why do you think they have gold in vaults? That is a metaphysical manifestation of the caging of your fucking soul.
Exactly.
In their fucking vaults. So that they can feast off your life force energy. And after a certain amount of time in life, you're fucking done.
Yeah.
But athanasia quite literally means immortality. And I will be as bold as to say that is what this is.
I love it. I love it.
And you're getting the results with it.
I'm getting the results. And like I said, I really feel supportive and supported.
This is some snake oil fucking bullshit.
No.
It's very real. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
A lot I could say about the nectar. Again, it's 100% pure. And there's many different ways you can administer it. You can even drop it into your eyes. You know what I'm saying? That's another way. With the nasal spray, you know, that goes right to the fucking brain, just right into the cell structure right there. We've experimented with it, not to the point of, you know, intravenously, you know, injecting it. You know what I'm saying? But it's 100% uncompromised, and gold is uncorruptible. Okay. You can bury it in the earth for a gajillion years and it will still be what it is. So you think about the art and science of alchemy. There's spiritual teaching in terms of the process of integration that we go through in order to extract the gold of consciousness.
Yes.
But then there's also practical alchemy, getting into herbs, getting into minerals, getting into metals specifically, and gold is the most pure substance in the entire known fucking universe. And this equates the sun, the sun itself that we see, Stargate 4, is plasma gold. Right up there in the fucking sky. Right before us, within the core of the earth and also within the core of who we are.
Yeah.
Again, the atrioventricular node. When that ignites and the gates of true intelligence crack open and the internal dragon awakens for real.
Yeah.
Now you begin the process integration of routing out all of the fucking programming, and override the nets, traps, snares, and all the things that you've been conditioned to set against your own fucking soul. It's not to worship the sun, it's to know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And get past the surfaces of effects of what you do not understand because you have not been truly initiated in terms of the mysteries. And it's proof. It's literal proof of my claims in terms of this platform, what it represents, and the effects that I've not only gotten in my life, but everybody else that has, taken it upon themselves. So I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks otherwise.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah. So
there it is right there.
There it is, everybody. And you're going to want to get a hold of me directly in terms of that or anything else with the Mystery School and when it comes to services, readings, actual initiation.
Yeah. I'll have all that.
And I still need to get the products page back up in terms of the website. But everything that was on there before, if anybody remembers, everything's still made available. We have a weapons forge, okay? We have Thunder God Root Vine. I have merch. I have we have an apothecary. And, so if anybody wants to inquire, just get a hold of me directly via Black Earth Productions at hotmail.com. That's my email with an S.
I'll have all your information.
Yeah. So what else could I say about the nectar though? I'll tell you one thing.
Did it come to you in a dream? Did it come to you like, how did it materialize?
In terms of individuals that are part of my inner circle.
Okay.
That's how it manifests.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah. So, it's people that I work with directly in terms of correspondence. So.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that community of light, community of
I would even be as bold as to say that this was all planned before incarnation took place. And I think it's taken thousands upon thousands of years to get things to a certain point. And again, I'm just one man. But what has how can I say this? But what is manifested in terms of the result of me making the fucking choice to pull the alignment of my own fucking life, I reached a point where nothing else was fucking working. And again, I worked, I even, went out into the matrix, did all this different kind of stuff as far as, occupation and jobs and stuff like that. But it eventually was boiled down that nothing was going to be fucking open to me. And the universe literally painted me into a fucking corner and said, you are going to fucking do this now. That's when I created the website. Now look at where we are. And
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if people are dealing with any sort of fucking hangups with what they know within their core essence they're being directed towards, it is best to go towards it. Otherwise, you're going to fucking suffer. And I suffered like a motherfucker, hardcore. I went through crazy fucking shit before everything was implemented. I ran. Because when you're faced with the reality on the level that I have, I mean, fuck. I mean, you want to talk about shit and pissing your fucking pants, because you see what we're actually up against.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people, they're dealing with surfaces, living in the realm of effect. I went well beyond that into the fucking actual fucking core cause of
right.
And also the solution in terms of what we need to be focused on, like we've been talking about. So in order to extract the gold of consciousness, you have to do the work. It's not going to be handed to you. You have to be proven.
Yes.
Would you not agree?
I would totally agree. 1000%. It doesn't get handed over to just anyone, because there's tremendous responsibility in what it is that you do, what it is that I do. The accountability alone, just doing the shadow work.
Yeah, just that alone, right?
The background work, the foundational work to able to be solid in your stance with all the shit coming at you, and then to be able to be in such alignment and in such awareness that you can waltz in and out of the matrix undetected.
Right. And that's how we operate. Well, we operate like fucking ninjas. You don't see us coming, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You see us here on, screen, but you have no idea what the fuck our kind are doing.
Yeah.
On levels beyond even what some would determine in terms of their imagination.
Yeah.
A lot of the phenomenon that people witness, not only, in the earth realm, but when it comes to the actual disclosure factor that I was able to bring forth with another individual that's a part of my inner circle, that's us doing shit. Some back engineered fucking government UFO technology that was how do you say, back engineered from Area 51. Okay. But to assume that we are the only ones that are here on Earth, it's not the fucking case.
No, it's so not.
And the cards that these motherfuckers are working to prepare people for, with all this soft disclosure that's been coming the fuck out, you have to realize that this is nothing new. It's always fucking been like this here. If you don't know the occult history, then you can come on to Black Earth Productions, throw on one of my segments and take a listen. I'm not telling you to believe a goddamn thing that I say. I want people to think for themselves. I want people to discover things for themselves, and don't just fall into assumption because, I said it or you said it or anybody else said it, that it's necessarily even fucking true. That's fucking retarded.
Yeah, it totally is. I tell people all the time, don't believe what I say.
Right. Find out.
Listen up, find out, dig down for yourself, feel into it. And
if you do the work for real, I almost guarantee you that you're going to come to the same goddamn conclusions.
Absolutely. That's
and I'm not just saying that because I want to be right. I don't give a fuck about being right. What I give a fuck about is the actual fucking truth itself. And if you've got something to add to the equation, then bring it. Please bring it, because I want to know. I want to know myself.
I want to know as well. I want that creativity, that human creativity, to explode in all directions.
Yeah, well, we're going to come into a new renaissance in terms of the original timeline trajectory. That is what is coming. It's already started. People, so many people in terms of the arts, I'm talking about like music and dance and, all these different things. It's starting to really fucking explode again. And you said even recently that you got inspired. I'm inspired as well. I'm going to be getting another music project going in context. And, my goal for that is 2025, but I was in bands, for, again, over 20 years. We're not given these gifts, skills, and talents for no reason. But a lot of people, they squander that shit, or they're afraid to go for their actual fucking dreams in life because you got to go work a fucking job to survive. Look, I fucking get it.
Yeah.
But you can't give up on yourself, and you can't give up on the templating.
Yeah.
You can't give up on your goals and your objectives and your actual purpose for fucking being here. If you want to go with the ultimate fucking evil, then you're going to deal with the consequences of that.
Yeah.
As far as we're concerned, we're pulling the alignment in terms of network. And I think it's very powerful that we have all been able to stand our ground uncompromised since what hit the world in 2020. Would you not agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. Because many people, again, were not only tested, but the hearts of mankind are literally being weighed right now in terms of the precession of the grand cycle.
Yeah.
It's not anything I necessarily want to even have to come on people, but you motherfuckers seriously need to get your shit aligned. Otherwise, you're fucked. You're fucked.
Completely. Stop
I have no problem
hitting
telling
the
you.
pause button. Stop doing it. Don't be an asshole to yourself. You know, I don't understand these people who start the work and then they hit pause and, you know, they go check out.
Let's talk about some of those factors. Why do you think someone would start and then they go back? Why?
Yeah, it's Stockholm syndrome. You know, it's like, let's just go back. We'll go back to the slave owners. We'll go back to our masters because we're too fucking lazy to be masters of our own selves. And I know that's not very nice. I don't fucking care. You know, for me, and you know, I'm going to be 64 this year, and I just feel like I get frustrated when I see people and I see what they are capable of, and they just fucking choose to
I've seen that my whole fucking life. I've seen that my whole life with people.
Oh, it pisses me off, and it just bums me out, and I get very impatient, and I think to myself, I can't take this anymore. I just fucking can't take it. But then I always come back. Because I know myself. You know, I'm not going to give up on myself. I'm not going to give up on the work that still requires me to do. I honor it. I totally honor it.
And you've gotten the results with it. That's the other factor.
Yeah, I really, really have. I have led a very magical life. Has it been an easy life? Hell the fuck no. No, it has not been easy. I've made some fucked up choices. I've made some amazing choices. And each one of those choices has consequences attached to them. And you have to answer to them.
Right. Choices and consequences, right?
Yep. And if I fuck up,
that's what life consists. That's what life consists.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it takes a certain amount of years to really get to the point of discovering what the fuck is going on and how things actually work. But usually by that time, it's too fucking late for people. And lifespan has been fucking shortened for that fucking purpose.
Right.
For that fucking very reason, because once you reach a certain point, hopefully you're going to fucking realize what the fuck is going on. But even people that are your age, they're fucking done.
Yeah, they are. They're done. They're just They're waiting.
They're just waiting to go out.
Yeah.
You know, because that's how it is.
It's so fucked. I don't relate. I just don't relate to it.
What about the original humans that used to live thousands of fucking years? It took about 1,000 years to really go through the initiation, and then you had the fucking ability and the proper knowledge and wisdom in order to actually transcend. The universe was our fucking playground.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, fuck, it's so insane, the actual occult history, because it's not just here on Earth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The wondrous nature.
But we are here on Earth, and Earth is a fucking linchpin. Whatever happens here on Earth has an effect on the entire fucking system. And that's why it's such a hot commodity. Why the fuck are these quote unquote beings or fucking forces so focused on fucking Earth if there's all of this other fucking life in the known fucking universe? What the fuck is the point?
Yeah.
People don't get it. They don't know the occult on the level that they should, even more beyond the surfaces of what's on fucking Google, where you throw in some fucking video and some jackass talking about, the fucking government or whatever. And I'm not saying government's not a fucking factor, but it runs much deeper than all of these, low IQ motherfuckers that are around us trying to run the fucking world. They're gonna fucking fail. It's already fucking failed. It's already fucking imploding. You know what I'm saying? So my brain's going in like 20,000 different directions. I don't even know where I was going to take that.
I know, I'm dragging you, so it's great.
Anyway, so yeah, keep going. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to get into? I'm totally done.
Well, so what's up for you? What's coming up next? I know you've got a music project, and you've got.
Hold on, ask me that again.
What is coming up for you next? Like, say, in the next few months?
As far as what I'm doing?
As far as your work, creative projects.
Yeah, as far as what I do, I run this mystery school 24/7. It's what I do. It's my position. So that obviously is going to continue.
Yes.
But I'm just living my life. I'm kicking ass over here. I keep my private life private. I am in a new area in terms of grid works, and the area that I live now is very, very, very extremely sacred land. And I was directed here by the higher in terms. And so, yeah, as far as my, personal life goes outside of the school and what I do in terms of fucking teaching, I'm doing so fucking good over here. It's so fucking good. It is so fucking good. Yeah. I mean, it's good. I'm kicking life's fucking ass, and I want everybody else to be kicking life's ass as well.
Yeah. Me as well.
Groveling and fucking in fear of these fucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Bullshit. And that's key. This is key. And I think a lot of people don't realize that when you're doing the shadow work, you're doing the great work, you are living your life. Hi, it's not separate. Like, I don't have a different face for the various sectors of my reality. It's the same face. It's all related. It's all intertwined. And they're all in contribution to my life, to living my highest life.
So one question I wanted to ask you, because of the reading, which lineages did you incarnate? Because the notion that I got with the reading, this whole birch goddess really very powerfully just screamed at me through the fire letters. Talk a little bit about that. I'm just interested, because people are going to hear this on my end as well.
Yeah.
So that people can, get to know you a little bit, as in terms.
So I have a shamanic lineage. I don't have proof of it, other than I did get to know my Finnish, Russian, Mongolian, Chinese grandmother.
Yeah. Say that all over again. What is it?
Finnish, Russian, Mongolian, Chinese grandmother. During the last 15 years of her life, after my father passed away. So, and he was not in my life, so I didn't really know him. And it was just kind of an amazing thing, because I had always thought that I was this other being that was related to my mother, who is Spanish and Filipina. So I always tried to insert myself into that, but it was very clear. I don't look like them. I don't act like them. I don't relate to that. But when I was able to travel and get to know my grandmother and saw the people that were related to me in these other sectors of the world, it became very evident. These are my people. Right. And so through osmosis, you know, because my grandmother was a very lively woman, trickster, energy, really just kind of challenging the status quo in terms of my holding on to the sort of Western culture, so to speak, and then learning about herbs, learning about shungite, learning about the land, learning about birch trees that were all over the property, which was kind of amazing because when I was growing up as a young girl in the Bay Area of California, I had a favorite birch tree. So my connection to the birch trees and to
that tripped me out too, because during the reading,
right,
we have the picture of the birch trees behind you.
Yes.
Yeah. That totally tripped me the fuck out.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you got Burkana, which is the birch.
Yes.
That was one of the runes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. That was the rune of the East.
You can't make that shit the fuck up, man.
It was really, really, really trippy. So me being in the Arctic region of Finland was like, it was mind-blowing to me because I was born in the tropics. So it was the complete antithesis of what I was supposedly aligned with. But being up there above the Arctic Circle and then traveling to Mongolia, traveling to China, being in the middle of the Gobi Desert, it just really, these are my people. And they are a nomadic tribes everywhere. And this is harsh land. So you can't fuck about. You have to really pay attention to your environment. And, you know, I live in the high desert of the Southwest now. And you got to pay attention. So it's like this tuning in to the planet, tuning into my environment, not being in the sort of what I call the yaya gaga zaza of the matrix of, you know, being in say the Bay Area, San Francisco, or when I was living in New York City.
One documentary that people really need to watch, it's called Mouse Utopia. Everyone listening, go watch that fucking goddamn documentary. On a side note, anyways.
Yeah. So getting to know her, and a lot of our communication was very telepathic. She didn't speak English very well. I don't know Finnish very well. But just the closeness of that feminine presence, which I did not have growing up. Right. You know, my mother was a man-hating psycho.
Okay, right, but your grandmother.
But my grandmother was nothing like that.
Right.
You know,
how was your grandmother?
She was warm. She was kind.
Right.
She had a lot of light coming out of her eyes, and I look like her. So we're very similar in stature. Okay. And you know, she rolled her own herb cigarettes and liked her red lipstick. I mean, she was just a character. And so one of my fun memories of her was
but you could say that with her, she embodied the true feminine essence of the woman, correct?
Yes.
And she knew the mysteries, and she was tapped the fuck in, correct?
Yes. And I felt very blessed by that.
Yeah,
you know,
that's powerful.
Because I was lost, to be quite honest. You know, I was just really, really caught up in endeavoring to make my way through a maze of a lot of darkness as a woman, and having incarnated, being birthed through this woman who was so disconnected from her own feminine nature because of this, that, and the other thing. And, you know, being in her womb and absorbing all of that negativity, all of that, the animosity, the hate, the anger. And so here I was gifted with my grandmother this amazing opportunity to experience this true feminine nature of care, of nurturing, of softness, of warmth, of love, of creativity.
Right.
And her connection to the
That's that
land.
creatrix energy that is working to be fucking destroyed in this world.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. Again, the new renaissance in terms of the timeline, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think all of these agendas are so hard fucking pressed? Because the momentum of the pendulum in terms of the fucking aeons is swinging down so fucking hard.
It's swinging hard and wide.
Behind the fucking scenes, that these motherfuckers are doing everything they can to fucking prevent it, but they even know they can't fucking stop it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So
yeah,
it's not going to fucking last. It, you know, all of this compromise in terms of bullshit of what I see happening in the world, it's not going to fucking last. I don't give a fuck what their agendas are. And they let you know what their agendas are.
Yeah.
They flat out
They're
fucking tell you.
They're telling us right
And
to
they
our
have to
faces.
tell you in order to get you to consent.
Yeah.
Because that boot to fucking head tyranny doesn't fucking work against the human races. It's never fucking worked. They got to get you to fucking consent. They got to get you to willfully give your fucking soul away to a fucking vampire.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Everybody out there that's fucked up and dealing with crazy shit, you're the ones fucking allowing it.
Yeah.
And so without embodying that capacity in terms of who we are as men and women, right? Men are here to seed vision, women are here to nurture, support that vision. But if men don't know who the fuck they are, which they fucking don't, you know, they're just petty tyrants in their own fucking right.
Yeah.
But it's not the bypass shit that people are going through, because again, with the high levels of psychological projection, with the high levels of psychological projection that happens in the fucking world, it's not to be fucking tolerated or made excuse for.
Yeah.
If someone's fucked up, they're fucked up. They're not a good person on the inside. Stop fooling yourself and thinking you're going to fucking change people, and turn around, face the fucking mirror, and change your fucking self.
Yeah.
And if everybody fucking did that, it would change the fucking world. Why do you got your head up the ass the other fucking sheep that are going to the fucking slaughterhouse, motherfuckers?
Yeah. Exactly.
And go hang out with the goats of wisdom like us up on the fucking hill that can see fucking everything going the fuck on. Let you know about the fucking goddamn sheepdog and the fucking shepherd that don't give a fuck about you. But you think you're protected by these fucks?
Yeah.
No, we'll throw you into the fucking wilderness. That's what the shamans did. That's what the shamans did. They would throw you into trial. They would throw you in the fucking cauldron to see if you fucking got what it fucking takes.
Right.
How did they raise boys in Sparta in ancient times? They cast them out to the fucking wilderness for about, a year or so. If they didn't make it back, they weren't fucking Spartans. Nowadays, that would be seen as fucking child abuse.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be.
But look at the fucking condition of these young people coming up.
Yeah.
Your generation, generations before me. You see what's going on with my generation. What about these young pups coming up? What do you observe with them?
Yeah.
What do you say? As an elder yourself now, in the position that your grandmother was when you were just a child.
Well, for me, I know that with my children did not get to act like a bunch of fools. They read the Hermeticum. We read it together.
Yeah.
And we applied. If you got a fucking problem, let's grab the book and we're going to apply each one of those fucking principles. A lot of one of my sons in particular did not want to fucking do it. And then one day he got his ass kicked and came home and he's like, okay, I'm ready.
Good.
I'm ready.
Good.
And it's like, fucking good. You got a fucking black eye. Right on.
Sometimes you got to get your fucking ass kicked, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's
ain't nothing wrong with that. Why is everyone so fucking weak?
I know. There's nothing wrong with it. I've had black eyes. I've had a broken nose 3 or 4 times. You know, shit happens. And you learn to stand your ground, fight back, or run the fuck away.
Yeah. Right. It's common. It's just common sense.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to sit there and get hit. Okay, good luck with that.
Right. But people do.
Yeah. And they do.
And look.
And they think it's okay.
Look, I can take a lot of
because they live to see another day. I've heard people say that to me, and it's like, okay, how's that working out for you? Not very well.
I can take a lot of hits as a man, whether it's mental, emotional, physical. Yeah. Fucking bring it the fuck on. I have faced the hordes.
Well,
I've looked evil, pure fucking evil in the fucking face many.
Me as well. One of the things that I learned in my Taekwondo training. So I was in a school, and the master of the school did not want women there. He basically said, you're a distraction. But if you want to be in this school, you are going to be judged by the same merits as the boys and the men here. There are not going to be any special treatments. So one of the things that we had to learn, all of us, men and women, boys and girls, we had to learn how to take a punch. Learn how to take a punch, full contact, learn how to take a kick. About your body, about your face. Let the shit blow up and not lose consciousness, and be able to strategize how you're either going to fight back or how you are going to get away.
Right. And see, I'm not against women learning how to fight. I think both men and women need to know how to fucking stand as the warrior and the warrioress side by side. Yeah.
Women are vicious fighters.
I know. No, some of the most vicious fucking fights I ever saw was in fucking middle school with the fucking girls. No, you don't understand.
I do.
Me and the fucking boys, we would look on in fucking wonder. We were like, what the fuck?
It's true. It's very, very true.
It's true.
You know, and it's like watching the so-called bitch fight.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
don't get in between it. Don't get in the fucking middle of it.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if any woman ever came at me like that, get the fuck out of my goddamn domain. Like I ain't gonna tolerate that. Especially high levels of disrespect, you know, mockery, passive aggressive fucking undertone fucking comments and all that fucking bullshit.
Yeah, not cool.
No, it's not. But that's different in terms of fighting the ultimate fucking evil in terms of our actual positions. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, training in martial arts. One thing that I want to share with people here in terms of actual initiation into the occult, the same fundamental and principles apply as they would with martial arts. You need to approach it like that. You know, otherwise I'm going to go fucking pie may on your fucking asses. And I fucking do go pie may on certain motherfuckers. But the ones that are willing to learn and they want to know, man, it just flows. The gates open and it flows, and the correspondence is smooth, and there's progression taking place. There's healing taking place. There's expansion of awareness taking place. Yet with others, alas, they're compromised.
Yeah.
And they're not willing to let it the fuck go because they don't want to face themselves. That's really what the fuck it boils down to right there. That's the crux of the entire situation. And it's a lot of fucking pain that an individual may have to fucking go through to come out the other fucking side. But the pain of going through that is far less than the pain that you will experience going into fucking potential evaporation and some parallel fucking AI fucking timeline bullshit.
Yeah.
You'll just be recycled as people are in this realm. Take it to samsara. You get to a certain point of the optical illusion. It's so fucking crazy how it works. Like once you really see the checkerboard mutation and how it actually fucking operates and how it fucking flips constantly, and you think you're progression, but no, you're on this fucking skipping the record. You're on a fucking hamster wheel, motherfucker.
Yeah, and you don't even know it.
Because the gauge of your perception only sees a certain spectrum of what the fuck is right in front of you, but you don't see how the mechanism is being controlled and how you're being controlled and how all of this fucking works. You have to know how these motherfuckers operate, just like Sun Tzu stated in The Art of War: know thy enemy, but even more, know thyself. Because if you know thyself and you know thy enemy, there's no battle that you can't overcome. But you need to also recognize that the true enemy is going to hide itself in the last place it would ever fucking look. He's all up here. They're all up here pretending to be you.
Yeah.
And you think that they're your best friend.
That is
you think they got your
so
fucking
powerful.
back.
So powerful right there, kids. Listen up. Hit rewind on that one.
Right. That's very powerful teaching. You know, and it just goes to show that when all of these things are coming up and you are going through it, a lot of individuals, they don't know who to fucking reach out to. It's like, who do I even talk to about all of this crazy shit? You know, you're not going to go talk to your fucking family about the fucking, portal worm. You're not going to go talk to your family necessarily about the fucking wormhole that opened in the backyard and then you saw these motherfuckers come through. They're going to look at you like you're fucking crazy, right?
Right.
That's just one example of what I know people could, experience. But, once you tear past certain veils, and I'm talking about the actual veils of initiation. Again, most of humanity right now at this point, in terms of the procession, stands at the first veil. Where the real war, though, is taking place is within the second veil. And it's even fucking worse than what you see on the surface of a true war that is going on. So me and my kind, we're doing all we can to inform motherfuckers and let them know the difference in terms of what is on the other side of the equation, and especially in terms of all of this false ascension timeline, and they just rake you out into a fucking host field, bliss you the fuck out.
Yeah, bliss you the fuck out,
and then you think you're on the other fucking side of the equation when you're being used as fodder for the agenda against those that actually know the fucking difference and are calling it the fuck out.
Yeah, there's way too much of that fucking shit going on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what your experience has been in terms of actual interface with different life forms and beings, but
I've had quite an array of experiences. Yes.
And this
That's
is
a whole other conversation.
Yeah, and this is what the shamans know. And I'm shaman class. Look, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm probably not gonna put this in the fucking edit. But we are so above these motherfuckers. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the whole gambit. How the fuck?
Yeah.
Is this even sustainable? It's
not. How is it happening?
It's all gonna fucking eventually cave in on itself.
Yeah.
And all we need to do is stand our fucking ground.
Yes, I agree.
I agree.
Keep it in. Keep
everybody
it in.
else.
Don't take it out.
Right.
Yeah. I agree with you.
And everybody else is gonna make their decision in terms of their fucking life. If you don't want to come on, then go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fine. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But what we do give a fuck about is those that want to fucking know.
Yeah. Yeah. And those are our people. Those are our those are the people coming to us. Those people coming to you, people coming to me.
Yeah, no, I'm still going to do what I can to, put content out for the average individual. But you asked me what I'm up to lately, and where I'm taking things. As far as the outpour goes with the platform and what I put out public in terms of content, it's only going to fucking increase. I can't diminish. I can't hang out way back there when I got to go this way. You come on.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I feel you.
Because the third phase of rites of initiation into the mystery school is going to be level 3 thaumaturge, where I literally reinstitute. Not only have I instituted the nectar of athanasia back into the world again, but I'm going to reinstitute the system of magic in context to the true universal tree of life. This is also a mark of my fucking lineage, and I have the entire fucking thing waiting to get rolled out.
Cool.
But nobody's fucking ready yet, because there's certain things that are required for the rites of initiation to take place within an individual. There's only one person right now that I've been able to initiate into the actual fucking temple. Only one. Only one person so far.
Wow.
And the journey that I took with them in context literally fucking proved and showed this person that what I talk about on my platform is 100% correct and cannot be fucking refuted. And it's not because, again, I want to be right in my own eyes, but the more I teach and the more I speak with people like I am with you, you can feel the energy of this conversation. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like I'm on fire.
Yeah, it's absolutely mind-blowing. But that's going to be level 3 in terms of the mystery school in the future. Level 2, adept, is getting into Ulfadar training, and that's learning how to master the art and science of hyperdimensional warfare. And so taking people into training when it comes to battle magic and all this different kind of stuff, knowing how to navigate the lower astral grid works specifically, because within the second veil, like I was just explaining, that's where the real war is taking place. And then it trickles down in terms of triangulation and step down consciousness manifesting itself on the fucking streets, in the domestic sphere, all the way up to the highest corridors of fucking quote unquote power in the fucking world and everywhere in between. As above, so below. And that's how they manipulate the law of correspondence, cutting us off from the higher. They cut us off from what would be that trajectory. And that's the key in terms of laying the proper foundation, is accessing that trajectory first, even before you start your quest out in the wilds against this fucking shit. Because without that point of navigation, you're not going to be able to know how to fucking move through everything that's happening in our fucking world otherwise. And you're not going to be able, and you're not even going to necessarily be able to see it when it's right in front of your fucking face. You're not going to be able to discern it. So activation of templating and the codes and the blood and all of these things that I mentioned are very, very, very important, especially in terms of healing to remember. And we're still in a time of great healing to remember at this point. So, wherever people are, it's to recognize that more is going to be revealed, more is going to be shown to you as you progress.
Yeah. That's true.
Nobody has arrived out there. No one. Absolutely fucking no one. But it doesn't mean that they don't have the proper foundation. They have arrived to that at the very least. But there was more. Maria, there is so much fucking more to behold beyond what I can even fucking say in one conversation. And that's the only thing that keeps me going. Because that trajectory was established when the process took me.
Yeah.
And not everybody out there is necessarily going to have to go to the extent that I have. It's just because of the template and who I fucking am and what I decided to actually take the fuck on in terms of this. So
yeah,
it's just to recognize the difference and to allow yourself the freedom to fucking go for it, because this is your fucking life. everybody.
Yeah.
It's your life, and it's a gift.
It is a gift.
Every fucking goddamn breath. When you've seen the shit that I have, it's a fucking gift to fucking cherish beyond what is squandered, you know, all the fucking time. People just take shit for granted. They take their, you know, partnerships for granted, or they take their circumstances for granted. You know, I've risen and fell I don't know how many fucking times already, even in this life.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
and with all the success and the failures that we experience as individuals in the world, if we continue to keep rising up, then we're going to continue to keep on. Then we're going to continue to experience success if we don't give up, if we don't cave in, if we don't fucking quit. You know what I'm saying? And you know that's really the mark. That's really the fucking attitude that people need to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they're going to take this quest, if they're going to take this journey, because you're going to come up against the fucking hordes and everything that's going to convince you to fucking quit.
Yeah.
Even right before that point of transcendence. Can you imagine? It's like you come up to the final gate. Let's just you know, role play here a little bit. You're at the final gate of fucking mastery. What do you think that gate fucking looks like? It's not some golden fucking tunnel.
Fuck no.
It ain't the light at the end of the tunnel. It's the fucking it is the bowels of the fucking abyss itself.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's no bypassing it.
Nope, there is no bypassing it. The Tibetans call it the charnel grounds. It is the graveyard of all your shit.
Yeah. And in terms of the ancient Kemetic mythos, it's called the Duat. The burning pits of the Duat. Okay. Hell, in terms of the tradition of my ancestors, is where you go to heal. And there would be no invention in terms of the quote unquote Christian hell without the tradition of my ancestors. So they took it and they inverted and twisted it. Hell is a invention of the Council of Nicaea or the Vatican or whoever the fuck, you know, however the fuck it came out, you know. It's an invention as a cause point for fear of eternal fucking punishment if you don't fall in fucking line.
Yeah. It's a way of coercion and control.
Right. That fucking goddamn fucking religion is bullshit.
It really is.
And I've seen the heights of the dark Luciferians and how they fucking operate. It is fucking evil to the core. Like I said, there is no satanic church outside of Christianity. It's two sides of the same fucking coin, and that's what people don't recognize about these fucking religions. They all go back to the Sumerian Draconian Empire, when the humans started to be colonized in the Middle East after the most recent fucking cataclysm that took place. That's where it happened. And what do we hear in terms of our history? That our history all goes back to what? Mesopotamia? You're up in the north, above the Arctic Circle, and you said there is something about this fucking land. There's something about this place. And it's, as I've stated, all of humanity hails the Great North in context of Udenmark.
Yeah.
Now in Finland, it's interesting that we're corresponding now, because I have access to intel that is the fucking kill shot against these motherfuckers, and it's only a matter of time. So I'm not in fucking fear at this point, Maria. I really am confident as fuck in terms of my position and who I am and everything that we're talking about today. So
love it. I feel really inspired, really inspired, and truly blessed, really blessed to where we can have this conversation and we can be in support of one another. And we come from these diverse directions, and yet, you know, there's this cohesiveness, this alignment.
Yeah. Well, you are a shaman class, you know that. That's your grandmother.
It's my grandmother.
You know, and in terms of the reading, you're the fucking birch goddess manifest here. And that you know, and that means something. You know what I'm saying? We are not mere humans. You need to recognize that.
Yes.
Nonetheless, we are, and we incarnated in order to master being human. And if we can't master this shit, then what the fuck? Been here, done this, though.
Yeah.
How many times? It's just a matter of remembering. People need to go through that process of fucking remembering, and not everybody is gonna fucking make it. That's the other thing. They're gonna come back around again and again and again and again and again and again until they fucking get it. And that's how our reality is literally set up. That was the purpose of incarnation, as far as what's been revealed to me. The original purpose to become a partaker of the bio-spiritual regenesis.
Mm-hmm.
So we route out the fucking parasite because shit got fucked up, man.
Yeah, it did.
You know, and we're seeing it again, like we did in the world, and the parasitic consciousness that has manifested itself through the fucking needlecraft into people's body politic now. Those people are fucked. I really don't know what else to fucking say. But again, our counter strike against it, the nectar of athanasia, it's just so fucking wild for me, like, in all this and what I've experienced and what it means and what I really hope is going to manifest. I don't care how big or small it is. I'll take a small crew all the way fucking through. I'll take 1 million people through. I don't give a fuck. But it has to be authentic.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's got to be fucking real. Otherwise, it ain't going to work. It's got to be authentic. And everybody's pathwork trajectory is unique. It's not a carbon copy of a carbon copy of Sethikus Boza or Mario. Who are you? We want to know who you are.
Yeah.
I can tell you who I am, but okay, who are you? And you go be like me? Fuck that shit. Who are you? Stop trying to be like me or anybody else out there. Be you.
Exactly.
Do you.
Yourself.
Bring something to the fucking equation. Because we're all waiting for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a crucial point, is that the folks who are really endeavoring to do the work, who are committed, they have a part to play in the grand scheme of, you know, shutting it down. Shutting down.
They fucking do.
Yeah. And I stress that.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Everyone on the face of the earth potentially does. I agree. I don't
And
care what you think you know.
That's a lot of responsibility that people feel, and which is why I say it's going to require a true heart, the courage to really stand your ground amidst all of the shit and the shit shows coming at you, coming for you.
Yeah. And see, the real war that we're all facing is the war within ourselves, unto ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Unconsciously projects itself out into the world.
Yeah.
In denial.
Yeah. This is why the shadow work is important, kids.
Yeah. So to shadow work and, you know, what you're doing with things on your end, how do you approach that? How do you take people into that yourself?
So the people that come to me are attracted to me because I have a very special view on sexual abuse. And so the people who come to me they've suffered in that realm as either survivors of trafficking. So that's mainly my focus. And it really is to not just deactivate the trauma and to clear out the entities, the parasites, the controls, all of the programming and mind control, but it's also to introduce and initiate folks into the Hermeticum and the correct way of thinking, so that they can elevate and up-level themselves in a very holistic manner. And it's not fun work. It's not easy work.
Right.
And it's very confrontational. And it is an initiation in and of itself. And it can only be accessed, as you've mentioned, after a certain foundational bit of work is completed.
Yeah.
It can't happen before. So it is very, the work is very shamanic in nature, and one size does not fit all.
Right.
You know, because I know a lot of people reach out to me. Well, you know, describe the steps. You
Do
know,
you ever get people come to you and they expect you to do it for them?
Yes. Yeah. And I'm like going, I'm
Don't
sorry.
work like that.
I ain't your bitch. Okay.
Right.
I'm not your bitch. I'm not your girl. That is not what we're going to be doing here. And this is not therapy. This isn't fucking therapy. Yeah.
Right. So
it's painstaking. It's painstaking. It is probably,
it is pain, but
yeah, but it's necessary. It's
unless you
necessary.
embrace the pain, you're not going to win the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's never going to fucking happen. So again, the basic fundamental and principle that people need to take on in terms of integration through this fucking process, you got to be willing to take the fucking hits, like we've been talking about.
Yeah.
But you're doing it to yourself every fucking day anyway.
Yeah.
How fucked up are you really?
Yeah.
Why don't you all stop pretending like you're fucking fine when you're fucking not?
Yes.
And get real with yourself and get real with the people around you at the very fucking least. And if you want to hit me up, you can definitely hit me up in terms of initiation, in terms of counsel. And I have a lot to bring to the table in terms of the mystery school, Mario. A lot. It's not just one thing. You know what I'm saying? So
I do know.
Yeah.
I
So
do know.
you know, I'm trying to think of.
I spent hours on your website. I guess it was around the time One Great Work Network launched.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, because I was clicking around, I'm like going, oh, who's this? It's like awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it was really exciting for me to see. I'm like, wow, there's a curriculum here. This is great.
Mhm.
There's not that many,
there's no one else in network doing what I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the only one on the level.
Yeah.
And it's on a very, very high level.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not to compare or contrast, because I'm in support with everyone that is doing what they do.
Yeah.
It's just my assignment. And I have the capacity and the templating to fucking do it in the ways that I do. Who are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you? You. What the fuck? It's such a grand journey that we're all on. You know what I'm saying? And seeing people become successful in their own right, in the face of the ultimate fucking evil, is the ultimate fucking, how do you say it is the ultimate fucking toast. At a
Yes.
certain point, it's like, hails, motherfuckers, like,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I am fucking cheering you on. If you're experiencing success in your life, then I'm gonna celebrate that success. I'm not gonna get jealous and talk shit and, you know, backbite or try to tear people fucking down. People that do that are fucking losers, man.
Oh, fuck them.
Fucking losers.
It's just
You know what the fuck are you bringing to the table, eh?
Yeah.
Nothing. A big fat fucking nothing burger. Like
you gotta check that shadow shit. You gotta heal that one.
And ain't nobody gonna tell me otherwise, because I live in the castle of fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I do.
Oh man, I love it.
And I am the fucking king of my domain.
Yeah.
In terms of my mind, my body politic, my beingness, my fucking spirit, and my fucking soul, and my fucking life. And the people around me that are very close to me now are also experiencing the same thing.
Yeah.
And that this is the birthright. This belongs to all of us being human here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a matter of learning the secrets and knowing how things work. And once you get to a certain point, you start kicking ass, man.
Yeah.
Boom, you're fine, man. You groove your fucking wings. Some of us have multiple fucking pairs. If you can see. You can't see. Anyway, yeah, so many things I can.
We will have more of these conversations.
Yeah, I'm looking at time here. I do got to wrap this up, which is, but this has been fucking excellent.
Thank you so much, Sethicus.
You're welcome.
I can't thank you enough. This has just been such a blessing and just inspirational and just fucking on fire. I love it.
It's good. It's really, really good, Mara. And so I definitely I'm gonna stay in flow with you, and we'll see how things progress with everything. So
all right, sweetheart. And
again, if anybody wants to get a hold of me in terms of the Mystery School, send me an email at Black Earth Productions with an S at hotmail.com. Check out the website at Black Earth Productions with a Z.com. Check out the content in terms of Black Earth Productions with the YouTube platform, and definitely get a hold of me because doors are open for anyone that wants to learn. I'll teach anyone that wants to learn.
Yes, highly recommended. And I'll have all of Sethicus's information in the show notes below. And all right, my loves, that's it for this episode. And until we meet, here's to love, truth, and beauty, my divine ones. Mwah. Bye-bye for now.
Boom. Excellent.